Alright, so I was a little too hyped over episode 11 because I thought I was gonna get to see what I thought I was gonna get to see. You know what I'm saying? But we still got a good solid episode, so let me go ahead and get y'all the intro. Let's get it. All right, so this episode juxtaposes two situations. The creation of the new Majin. Yes, there's a second one. And then the journey to and the fighting of Tamagami Nambasu. Right? So, you know, the crew is together and Neva approached the ship. And he starts off acting a little senile and all that, which I thought was a nice little taste. And I said while I was watching it initially in the reaction that we're in a space where something interesting can happen because we know who that is, but they don't. However, Piccolo proved me wrong almost immediately. Yeah, talk to him! So, Piccolo made sure that we know that he know I know exactly who you are. Stop playing senile, right? And the conversation they have is really, really good. I really like, you know what I'm saying, the way that he picked up on, oh, that's Katatsu's son. You know what I mean? Like it was really cool. You look like Katatsu. That's my daddy. We get a slight lore drop where we find out that you can't even use the Dragon Balls without Nevo, which makes perfect sense when you think about it. It's kind of similar to the Namekian Dragon Balls where you need a password or a Namekian tongue speaking human being. I'm sorry, not human being, obviously. But they need Neva. And he talks to him about how he predicted what was going to happen and all that with, what's their leader's name? Goma. I don't even respect him. And Piccolo was kind of interrogating him. And I liked that because it was kind of like holding him accountable for his actions. But Neva, obviously, and we knew this from the beginning, is way wiser than he has portrayed throughout all of this situation. So I don't think he's a bad guy at all because I didn't think he'd be willing to help them if he helped, you know, Goma in the first place. But also he kind of has to help Goma if that's the supreme demon lord of the demon realm at the time, right? So they make room in the ship, they fly off to where Tamagami number 2 is, and the scenery is beautiful. Like, to me, this is the best one, the best area for where a Tamagami was stationed away. I don't know, like, this need to be a part of an RPG. Obviously, they're gonna put it in Kakarot, but like, you know what I'm saying? So let's break off, because in the ship they had the argument. Goku and Vegeta had the argument where we gonna fight. Like, Vegeta says, I'm fighting this one. Goku's like, nah, and he tried to like loophole it, like, hey, do we gotta be the same person? He said, nah, as long as it's one-on-one, it don't matter. It's like, freak, right? So Vegeta's set to do it. Now, let's shift to, I think her name's Marba. Her name's Marba. Marba, Majin, Ku, Arinsu are all together, and they cooking up the new witch's brew because they got to make a new Majin, right? And they use more essence of Buu this time because the first essence of Buu wasn't good enough, right? Because Majin Ku is kind of like, I don't know, he's weird. Like, he throw me off. Like, he doesn't come off like a Majin at all. And he's strong, but he's not strong. You know what I mean? So they end up getting the new witch's brew. They blow it all up, and then we get Majin Duu. He come out a little fat. You know what I'm saying? Majin Duu's fat. He do a little scream at the beginning. I said, that is a Majin right there. And then he said, Nuncha! And then they say, Nuncha! I don't know why they both did it. It was the weirdest thing. But then he said he wants some chocolate. Majin Ku runs and gets him chocolate. I think this whole bit is hilarious. He eats the whole chocolate in one bite. Then Majin Ku pulls out the second one. He tries to split it with him because he's thinking like, oh, this is my brother. And then bro just eats both pieces of chocolate. It is hilarious. But then audience is like, yeah, we finna go fight Tamagami number 1, right? So then they go to challenge Tamagami number 1, right? That fight begins, and Vegeta's fight with Tamagami 2 begins. I love the little banter that they have before. He's like, it's a child. Like, why are you trying to challenge me? And he said, after the fight, you're going to regret saying it. I was like, talk to that nigga, Vegeta. Talk to him. Talk to him, Vegeta. Talk to him. I'm sorry. But then Tamagami 2 sees Neva behind him. And he said, oh, my bad. I guess you really is serious, right? So then they start boxing. And Vegeta and Majin Buu are both having a fight at the exact same time. And I just think that while it's real cool, like I like watching Majin Buu. Majin Buu's getting the upper hand on Tamagami number 1. But I didn't want to see them both at the same time. I could care less. Once Vegeta started fighting, I'm going to be honest, I really just wanted to see Vegeta's fight. And it didn't disappoint. Also, Tamagami number 2 to me has the most swag out of all of them. Like, he just kind of like do his thing. He got like a move that looked like Getsu the Tensho. Like, he's just cool. But he knocked Vegeta into the water like Vegeta did Broly in the movie. Vegeta almost gets swallowed by by the Kraken from earlier, right? And he comes out, Tamagami 2's like, I've been waiting on you, boy. And he smacks him back into the Kraken who eats Vegeta. And that's where the episode decided to end. Y'all some suckers. Y'all hear me? And so obviously it's a cliffhanger. We need to see what's going to happen in the next episode. This is not a long review because I'm going to be honest with you. The lore dropping part at the beginning, like I don't remember everything word for word. I just know that Neva, one of the important things, Neva said that he wants to stay in the demon realm, like in case all the other Nameks come back. And I thought that was interesting. They asked why he wouldn't use the Tamagami to defeat Goma himself, and he said Nameks are never supposed to use their powers for that reason. And I thought it was interesting, like to see like they still have peaceful ways there. You know what I mean? Because you would think that the brand of Namekian from the demon realm would be very different. It's funny because after he said that they're not supposed to use their powers like that, all the rest of the crew just looks at Piccolo like, did you forget this lesson? You know what I mean? But ultimately, it was a solid episode. It wasn't too much to unpack. And the next episode is going to be, what's it called? Hold on, I gotta look. Because for some reason, I don't. It's called True Strength. And I'm hoping to see Vegeta win this fight. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this. Like the video, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, we out.